Anyone can take this question. Maybe Alex or Bernie, you can talk about this. How does federal subsidy play into the digital divide equation? You know, we've seen billions of dollars made available in programs like Connect America Fund, Rural Digital Opportunity Fund. What are you guys seeing on your side, and how does that play into this big equation here? Who wants to take it?
Yeah, I can take it. So, yeah, I'll take it. So
go ahead,
clearly you mentioned that there is plenty of money, billions of dollars being funded, and I think it's a great thing for our industry, and I really truly hope that it does help bridge the digital divide. But one thing of caution I would like to say is that just because the money is being thrown out there, it needs to be used properly too. And people need to be properly educated. People need to know what products do what and where, and the right use cases. Otherwise, stories like Susan's don't even happen, and this money just sits there somewhere. So, you know, education is really important to our industry to make sure that these applications and use cases and that sort of thing get all done correctly. Otherwise, you know, we could be sitting here in 12 months from now thinking, oh, well, we didn't even bridge that digital divide where all that money was getting thrown around. So, you know, we all have to be very careful on how that money is being distributed and used properly, because I think there is quite a bit of it out there, and I'd hate to see a lot of it go to waste, because we're in like a full-blown renaissance in the wireless community right now for us to really be able to finally bridge that digital divide that we keep talking about. So hopefully we use that money properly, because there is certainly a lot out there. That's my perspective. Maybe you could throw in 2 cents as well.
Alex, what do you say?
Well, if you look at early 1900s, what was happening in the United States when electricity was I believe it was 1920s, 1930s, when electricity was classified as a utility. Government provided dollars, right? And you had electrical co-ops that were organized because people couldn't afford to run electricity. But when decision was made, we are going to electrify every single building in the United States, money were provided to people through the government, through the channels within, from federal to state, local, and so on. Broadband was classified as utility. It's becoming a necessity. Just imagine you're one day without internet connection. What exactly that means, right? So we live right now in a world where federal government is subsidizing an effort of ensuring that there is equal access to broadband connectivity. Now, that also means that you have a lot of misperceptions. Some people say, well, it means fiber everywhere, or and actually right now we're writing a white paper specifically about that, the symmetric bandwidth, where we're trying to dispel the myths. It's like, well, listen, fiber, yes, nobody's arguing that fiber is a gold standard, but at what cost? How much time does it take? So what, are you going to wait 10, 15 years until you're going to get that gigabit connection? I mean, we have to be realistic, right? And so at the end of the day, there is not enough fiber and there is not enough money anyways. So fixed wireless broadband, fixed wireless access is the only common sense technology. So in case of Telrad, because we use LTE, it kind of reinforces the idea that, listen, it's not just a common sense, it is proper technology to deliver quality and consistent bandwidth, because it's not just connectivity. AT&T's, Verizon's, Tier 1s, they also deliver connectivity, except it's not quality. And there is no quality and there is no consistency in bandwidth. Susan's customers, our end user customers, they have no idea which technology. They could care less about the technology that they use, underlying technology in delivering bandwidth. What their grade is, my internet is fast or slow. That's it. They don't care about anything else. So picking the right technology to deliver quality and consistent bandwidth is a big deal. And like Bernie said, it boils down to education. It doesn't mean that Telrad is a great choice everywhere. No, there has to be a place for line of sight based technologies, maybe higher capacity technologies, and often you end up with a blend of vendors on the same network. And with Susan, exactly the same thing. She'll have few vendors that she chose and selected and uses to provide services to her customers. So yeah, so absolutely, there is a funding, plenty of that. We just went through CAF. CAF was done. We just went through RDOF. That is actually happening right now. There is plenty of money through USDA, multiple buckets through hello, Friday.
Too many to remember, Alex.
Too many to remember.
I am. Yeah, this is what happens to me now. The eConnect stuff. So, so for education, just remember what happened to our kids. Just with the previous school year,
Yep.
with the inadequate internet connection, and when everybody went remote.
Yep.
So yes, there is enough funding available, but it also means that if you are using certain amount of dollars and you're delivering wrong technology, it may cost you either upfront a lot more and it's just simply not enough, or it will cost you more long term. So decisions have to be done wisely.
Absolutely. Good points, gentlemen. Good points. So Susan, the gentleman and I talked a little bit about the more on the federal side. Are there anything you're seeing in Kansas or more statewide programs that you may be potentially taking advantage of that people can get excited and bring more connectivity to the area that you care about most? Are you seeing anything at the state level?
Well, I just at the state level, the state of Kansas is putting their support for broadband. They have a broadband office now, and they are doing. They're asking providers to partner with them in an application to the NTIA for broadband infrastructure program. That broadband infrastructure program, I think there's $218 million. I think there's more available in other places. USDA, I had the Senator Marshall's representatives stopped by my office yesterday and offered help for USDA funding. So I'm going to tap into that and try to find some more funding to expand this network. But
Beautiful.
One thing I will tell you is my particular grant that we got started with was a COVID emergency response grant last year. And I had the smallest award at $386,000. But I am covering 1,080 square miles of Hodgman, parts of Ford, parts of Ness, and Finney County with that money.
Wow.
And I think you couldn't build a fiber program. You couldn't build fiber into the county to one location for that money.
You are absolutely right, Susan. And when you look at to Alex's point, and even Bernie's, you look at what are the standards, and yes, everybody wants gigabit, and yes, fiber is a way to accomplish gigabit, but at what expense? And how long is it going to take you to get permitting, trenching, construction to get it? LTE solutions and the solutions that Bernie and Alex support and manufacture and provide to this community are super, super important. Faster adoption to the market, being able to use a small amount of funding and make very, very valuable contributions to rural areas. You're just doing it, and I just applaud you. Really, really nice job.